Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, the views, subscribes, comments, generous donations in all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to ring the bell. We're going to go ahead and clear out the energy, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us today or whenever you happen to see this. You spoke your piece. You said what was on your mind. You spoke your piece. You got it off your chest. And the way you said it, and then didn't say anything else behind it, someone knows you're serious. They know that you were not here for play. They know that you're not playing with them at all. Now this person feels like they're doing too much. They're having that where they're just that what's it called, where you just have to feel like you gotta really say too much to try and cover up some fuck shit that you know that you did. That's what somebody's doing. Hey, Malcolm. Bottom of the deck. Oops. The Emperor. This is you standing in your power. Hey, Lulu Boo Boo, how are you? This is you standing in your power. You may be telling somebody else what's really the deal, what's really going on, and letting somebody know that I feel like this is you letting somebody know that you know what's going on and you're not afraid to finish it, whatever this is. Because you're going from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles, meaning that, you're not afraid to put all your eggs in this basket to get this job done. Because I feel that somebody, they know that they were not trying to step correct to you. And now they're worried about it. They're worried that their devilish actions are going to come back to haunt them. They're worried that, you know what, you're not just going to talk about it, you're going to be about it. Hey, Robert. Yeah, this is somebody that they feel that something is coming in. Confirmation. Something is coming in, and they're just not really sure what. They're just not really sure what. But I feel like this is somebody who has, they, with the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who doesn't realize that your ancestors are there with you. They don't realize, I want to say, how methodical you are, how intelligent you are, how much family support you have. Even if they can't see anybody. This is somebody who realizes that they done messed with the wrong one. Yeah, I feel like, you're about to get some victory in something. And because you know what, the way that you come to people, you're sweet, you're kind, you're generous. Oh, you're very generous. And I feel like somebody thought that they could take advantage of your generosity. Hey, Susan, how are you? They could take advantage of your generosity. But you know what? What I'm feeling is like someone is feeling like the wheel of fortune. They don't want the wheel of fortune to continue to turn around because they're afraid to find out what's coming next. This is somebody who, I feel like with this person, they felt like they had the upper hand. I feel like this person felt like they had the upper hand, but they just wasn't really sure how you could come or the things that you could do. or who actually really had the upper hand in this situation. Because yeah, let me tell you something, judgment has been called. This could be somebody being served some type of court documents or something. Judgment has been called, and they may be called to court or to task to find out what's really going on. Hey Doria, how are you? Yep, somebody thought that they could, trick somebody out of something. This could be somebody who felt like they was in a leadership position, like they could really trick somebody out of something, only to find out no, they couldn't trick anybody. They didn't know how. They didn't realize that there was like a wall of protection around you. Hey, K High Feet. Hey, Love Plants. Somebody was, trying to work with somebody else, trying to get their way. They thought that if they worked with somebody else or they got this group together, that they would get their way. But now they are understanding that there's communication going around that's proven that this is that snake that's swallowing its own tail. This is somebody who's hearing communication or hearing about things or, getting the message, word going around the street, that maybe they bit off a lot more than what they can chew. Maybe somebody needs to just go ahead and take the L and keep it moving. Yeah, because somebody's realizing it's not even going to be worth it. They're going to find themselves out in the cold. They're going to find themselves in a position where they're going to have to answer, because there's somebody that now this person is like looking at information and they're realizing that they were not being honorable, that you already see the truth. Someone's going to feel like it's time for them to take the L. Because like I said, you said what you had to say and you let it go. And whenever you said it with authority. For sure. You was not playing. You let that person know where you stood. Like I said, the way you said it shook somebody. And their response was they had to say this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. But they're finding out that their little secret that they were trying to hide, that little bullshit ass game that they was trying to play on you, that you already saw the truth. You already know the truth. And you're going to make sure that they're truthful and respectful and how they come to you. Hey, Lightworker William. Yeah, because somebody's realizing that, you already know that they were sitting here like they was going to win at all costs. Like they was saying, they was talking, with that forked tongue, thinking that you in this, was not going to really say anything. Like you was going to let somebody get by with some slick shit. But that's not it. That's not it. They're realizing that slick shit that they was trying is going to get them in court. You are going to get justice. And like I said, the way you said whatever it was that you had to say, it made somebody stop and like, oh shit, it made somebody think. It made somebody get that, whenever you get that little feeling inside of you, like, wait a minute, something is getting out of hand. Somebody's realizing it's time for them to concede. And for them to rely on their friends or their family members to tell them the best way to go, they're going to realize that was not the best move. They should have never listened to these people. because these people are going to have them sick, sad, busted, and disgusted. Yeah, they're realizing that there's no need for them to rely on these family members or friends, their stability, because their stability is not leading them in the right direction. If anything, their stability is leading them to destruction, confirmation. Yep, I feel like this person really wants to start over. They want to offer you something. They want to make peace. They don't want this to get out of hand any more than it's already gotten out of hand. Because like I said, this person now, they're starting to doubt their own strength and have more faith that you are a much stronger and formidable opponent than they ever were. Hey, lies never stuck. Somebody is changing their whole position about, how strong they are, or how independent they are, or how whatever. They're changing what they feel, how they feel. And they're changing the fact that I feel like this person had this idea that they were up here, or they had all the power and you didn't have any. But this person is changing their mind now. They actually realizing that you're the one that got all the power. And do they really want this smoke? Because you're the one that's coming with the fire. And you're the one that's coming with the backing of the Most High. So I feel like this person kind of, that little niggly feeling inside of them, they're starting to feel that. Yeah. See, somebody thought that they could hold back, like they was trying to. This person was trying to take from you, and not give you what they said that they were, what is owed to you. It's like this person was trying to hold back and not give you what was owed. But yet this person felt like, they could present themselves in such a way that, it was a take it or leave it. They don't realize now that take it or leave it, you decided that you was going to leave that and you was going to find another way to take what was yours. See, somebody realized that, the message that was sent to them was a very strong message, almost as if it was an indirect warning. Like, you can fuck around if you want to. That's not what I suggest you do. But if that's what you suggest that you do, you go right on ahead. Someone is understanding that you mean exactly what you say. And like I said, you're not going to use a whole lot of words. I see your lies never stuck. You're not using a whole lot of words, but you are saying what's on your mind. That's the part. All right, y'all. Put your numbers in the chat for the giveaway. And the giveaway is this tiger's eye. It's brown and red tiger's eye with 2 gold beads is the giveaway today. Yeah, you said what you had to say. And I feel like this person is now taking heed. They're taking strong heed. It's becoming clear that to this person that you're not playing. I feel like, you know what, your what's the word I'm looking for? Just the way that you are precedes you. All right, awakened, chosen, I got you. Like the things that you say you're going to do, you do. People don't doubt you. Yep, it is love plants. People do not doubt you at all. Now somebody runs to, they want to go ahead and make right by you. They want to give to you what is truly due, because they realize it's not going to be worth it. It is not going to be worth it, them trying to do anything else. So now they want to save face. They want to play nice, because they realize, whenever they realize that you're the one, I got you, Robert. You the one who has got all the proof. And whereas theirs is just going to be flip-flopping, saying this, saying that, you're the one who's got all the proof, the documented proof. This person feels really foolish trying to come up against you, trying to like go to war against you. This person feels like a fool, because now they see that, you know what, they would have been better off fighting a ghost than to come up against you. And they can see you. Yeah, you are very balanced, and you're very calm. And I feel like you said what your plan was. You said what you was willing to do and what you will do. And they know, this person knows, if you're going to do it, they're going to be the ones that's caught in this position, not you. They're going to be the ones that have to answer, not you. And now this person, they want to apologize, and they want to play nice. They want to put all the swords down. They don't want to, I think we kind of got off track there. I think maybe I came across a little too strong, but it's just that, that's how that's how I was raised, but I didn't really mean it like that. I got you, Malcolm. Now they're realizing that, you're the one that got all the cards. See, somebody, they're thinking about a time in the past when they did the same stupid shit and they got away with it. They would do the same thing and get away with it. But now, times is different. Now somebody is hoping and praying that you accept this apology, that you accept this little meek gift, this little, oh, please accept my humble apology. And in fact, let me give you this other little thing, just, to let you know how sincere I am. Because, see, this person didn't realize you was prepared to stand up for yourself. You can fight your own motherfucking battles, and you ain't got no problem doing that. See, they're listening to what you're saying, and they're watching how you don't respond to the bullshit, and they're putting two and two together. See, somebody thought that you was, the type of person that, they could treat just like the rest. No. Now this person is realizing that they sacrificed themselves, trying to treat you like they've done everyone else. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Dr. M. How are you? Yep. See, somebody, it's like they didn't want to see the truth in the way that they were acting. They wanted to act confused, like they had all the answers, like they had all the strength, like everything was on their side, and it was going to be their way or the highway, as if, whatever they was offering, you couldn't find it somewhere else. Almost like, you bought this pair of shoes, and somebody, they're used to selling raggedy ass shoes at a high dollar price. And then when someone complains about it, they want to sit there and talk about, well, the craftsmanship is there, that this is that. These are the best leather. This is rare Corinthian leather. And if anybody knows, you know that there is no such thing as Corinthian leather, just like clout. No such fucking thing. You know, but with you, things are different. See, somebody, they're in their mind, they're picturing you to be a witch. And I feel like this is why this person is getting scared. But you're not. Not at all. It's just that you're very spiritual, you're very connected, and you see right through people. You're only going to say whatever it is that you need to say. And when you say it, it's got that punch behind it. That gut punch, like you can play with me if you want to. See, someone that knows that you were not afraid to move forward with what you told them you was going to do. That's why they're scared. Hey, straight cheese. Hey, awakened chosen. That's why they're scared, because they know that once you move forward, oh, they are toast. They know that they have overburdened themselves. Would you say 14-inch combat boots? Right, exactly. Hey, Anissa. Yes, someone, they need not play with you. They're not going to like how this turns out. They are not going to like how this turns out. And you, actually, you know what? You're the person who's trying to handle this amicably. You're trying to be very peaceful with it. But you are speaking your peace. You're telling your truth. You're saying what you really feel. What's the message, Spirit? I know that's right, love plants. Would you say, straight cheese, you got your boots on the ground? I know that's right. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Hey, K Hypsee. Right, exactly. Exactly. In fact, you're not playing with me. You playing with God. Exactly. What else, Spirit? What else? Yes. They don't. This person knows that you are a lot stronger than what they had anticipated you to be. Your strength speaks volumes. So does your silence. I think that's the part that really scares somebody, because somebody's realizing their life can change in a minute, especially whenever they're sitting here trying to hold back something from an earth angel. It's like, yeah, you know what? And I kind of feel like, you know, you may have even was, before you had even had to speak your piece to this person, you was kind of like, damn, I get so tired of this. I get so tired of having to, you know, stand up for myself. I wish somebody would just respect the gangster, you know, respect their position, respect other people. But somebody thought that they could play with you. Somebody thought that you was about play, not for real, for real. What else, Spirit? What else? Anything else from this stack? Anything else from this stack? Yep, that Wheel of Fortune. Somebody realizes that, you know, their times, their days of trying to take from somebody or hold back from somebody or not give somebody what they know they need to give them, those days are over. Because you know what? Like I said, the way that you coming, You coming with all the back. And I feel like this is the Most High and Archangel Michael there helping you to fight this battle, helping you to move forward. Because you know that whatever you're doing, you're saying it right. You are saying it right. This has been a long time coming for this person. This has been a long time coming. This whole changing of the guard. I know that's right, Jessica. What's the message? The whole changing of the guard. Yeah, and I'm telling you, now somebody wants to make nice. Because they realize an opportunity could be going away. They could be losing a valuable opportunity. But yeah, they want to make nice with you because, like I said, they feel that you hold some type of power they don't have. Like if this person, like I said, this person is remembering the times in the past. But this time it's different. They remember the times in the past when they had somebody else stuck. But this time it's different. Now they're the ones that's going to be stuck. That's why this person, confirmation, that's why this person wants to come and offer you this apology, not thinking that you're going to be able to look right through it and see they're really not trying to apologize like that. It's just that, you know what, they know that bad things are about to come in for them if they don't get right by you. Your ancestors are there watching and waiting. And this person, their lies, like I said, it's a lie. They thinking they're going to come to you and be able to schmooze and make things right. They see your strength. They know who you are. They know who you are. What else, Spirit? And the more that you don't say anything, the more you spoke your piece and let it go, and the more you don't say anything, the more frightened they become. They sitting here because they don't really know what's getting ready to happen next. They don't know what's getting ready to happen next. And they trying to talk it over with their friends and everything, but even their friends don't know. But one thing they do know is you the one that's got the power. You the one that's got the power. And this person was a fool thinking that they could take something from you. This person is realizing that crime just don't pay. They're the ones who's going to be sad because they felt like they didn't have to follow the rules or the laws, like the universal laws. And now, like I said, they have no idea how you get ready to come towards them or what's getting ready to happen. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. Because you have already called judgment about somebody else trying to do some little fuck shit. Hey, Hypsee, how are you? Like I said, I feel like this person may have had a dream. And got a message that way about this lesson that they're going to learn. And you know what? And they probably woke up thinking, damn, that was a really weird ass dream. And then when you happen to say whatever it was that you said to them, that's when they go, oh shit, that was not a dream. I feel like that was a warning of what is to come. Somebody had a warning of what's to come. And like I said, they woke up to realize that shit wasn't a dream. This is why this person is all in their feelings about what they took from you, thinking that you was going to be the one that was going to be not knowing what to do. Oh, you know what to do. You well aware of what to do. And you got truth on your side. You don't look like you worried at all. You look like you've already done your homework. You already have your proof. Yeah, you're not worried at all. See, this person is the one who's thinking about the actions that they've done. You know, words that they've said, who they were sitting there trying to talk to. And it's funny that they feel like they had to get other people involved to go against you. But see, now this person wants to lay all their swords down. They just want to try and heal a situation. Now now they don't want to be as egotistical as they were before. Now they want to make nice. But yeah, this person is realizing that, you know what? I feel like they jumped into something that they shouldn't have jumped into. Now this person is looking to make peace because they realize they can't handle these rough waters. hmm And they don't know if this plan is even going to work because they realize their little plan to stiff you did not work. It definitely didn't work. And like I said, they had no idea how protected you are, spiritually speaking. If there's one thing you about to get, it is your wish fulfillment on earth as it is in heaven. Yeah. Now somebody realizes that they sacrificed themselves and they got themselves caught up in a whole situation. And you're not worried about it. You let it go. You let it go. After you said what you had to say, you let it go. And you walked away from this situation. This is why this person is sitting here thinking, damn, what was I doing that for? Why did I think that shit was going to work? Like, what part of me, blah, blah, blah. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. This person, it's almost like they feel kind of hopeless. They feel kind of hopeless, like whatever, they're going to try and say to smooth the situation out is not even going to work. They feel hopeless, really. They feel like they jumped in head first and now they can't smooth the situation out. Like, you know how somebody, they call themselves, well, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say and blah, 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 blah. And they just run off at the mouth. That's what somebody did. Ran off at the mouth, not realizing. And they said they possibly wrote some shit, text some shit, emailed some shit, not realizing that they was creating a case against themselves, not realizing they sacrificed themselves, put themselves in a position that they're going to have to honor and answer to. They're going to have to honor and answer to that. What's the message, Spirit? Yes, he sure does see everything. Yep. See that this person's whole stability is in the a question. This, or how they do business, is that question. And it could have an impact on their family, on their finances, on their community standing. That could cause people, if this is let's just say this is a business, somebody trying to get over on you in business, this could cause customers to leave, to go away, and not want to do business with somebody. They didn't think about all that. Yeah, they didn't think about all that. Now there's somebody is realizing that, all the money in the world is not worth them being stuck with all this chaos of them trying to get nickel and dime somebody to death, not honoring your word. Like I said, something, that snake is swallowed its own tail, is coming back to bite somebody. Somebody's learning a lesson. They are learning a lesson. You're not looking worried at all. Not at all. Kind of feels like, somebody may have been looking at you and the way you present yourself, the way you dress, the things that you have seem like, you know how some people look at other people and they go, oh, they're not hurting financially at all. It's not going to do it. They'll be okay if they give me an extra 5, 10, 20, $30. They'll be all right. But see, people don't realize that maybe it's just how you look. It don't mean that you rolling in the money. You ain't got no money tree in your backyard. Don't mean that you rolling in the dough. It just means that that's how you put yourself together. But everybody takes their money seriously, or whatever it is. Somebody they thought they could get over on you. They thought they could take something from you, and whenever you spoke up, you said whatever the fuck it was that this person needed to pay attention to. Trust and believe. That's exactly what they was doing. Paying attention. Yes, because they said, shit, this person ain't fucking playing with me. That's when you showed how powerful you was. That's when you showed who was actually in control of this fucking situation. When you said what you had to say, this person felt like, damn, was that lightning and thunder that I just saw outside? What the fuck is really going on? Because you really scared somebody. You really did. That's when this person realized they did not have the power that you got. They didn't have the wisdom that you have. They didn't know what you know. They didn't realize that you paid attention. This is what this person is realizing. And it could cost them their job. It could cost them their business. It could cost them, like I said, a lot more than what they had anticipated. Now they have to think to themselves, was it all really worth it? Or could they have done things differently? Could they have chosen a different route? I feel like these family members, these family members, they don't have any answers because they know that they have to. The whole family's going to be affected if they lose something. Whether it's clients, whether it's business, whether it's a job, they know their whole family, their whole stability is going to be affected. Right, exactly, straight cheese. They FAFO'd for sure. Look around and found out. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Thank you. Yes. Or I'm telling you, their secrets is about to come out. Somebody was all in their ego thinking they was the biggest, baddest thing until everybody can see things clear and this person realizes their secrets are going to come out. They're about to be exposed. Whether that's being exposed as a bad business person, and whether that's being exposed as a cheat, as a liar, as a thief, as somebody that's going to try tell you this one day and then turn it around the next day and then turn it around the next day. And then when you speak up, then they're going to turn it around and say this. Yep. See, somebody just looked at you as the Queen of Cups. They didn't know that you had a little bit of fire in you too. They didn't know that you was going to be the one to end the whole situation. They thought, this person was acting without thinking. And they didn't know that you was going to put an end to that. If anything, this person's going to learn to think before they act moving forward. Oh, Hypsee, thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, I really do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, it's like they didn't know that you was going to put an end to some shit. They're going to start to think before they talk now. They're not going to be as lippy. They're not going to be as, well, I'm going to say what I want to say and how I want to say it. Not anymore. Now they're going to be the type of person that's like, you know what, let me think about that and get back with you. Let me hold my tongue. Let me shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down somewhere. Yes. Because they know, you know, this whole them gossiping or talking, you know, it could have detrimental causes to what they're trying to do. They're the ones who could suffer. They are the ones. I'm telling you now, they want to try and heal this whole situation. You know, after sitting here trying to come out the bag on you, like they was going to try and put you in the middle of some bullshit. Hey, Shaylin, how are you? But yeah, no, they see that, you know what, you have enough power to work alone. And they didn't realize that you were so prayed up. Now somebody's going to learn not to judge a book by its cover. Because your cover is misrepresenting you. Your cover says that you're an easy pushover, an easy mark, somebody that's not going to say anything, not going to challenge what they want you to think is authority. Shit, that's just what the cover looked like. Once you open up and you read the introduction to your book, this person, that's what they should have did, was read the introduction before they even got to, that they should have read the introduction before they even got to the preface, before they even got to chapter 1. They would have found out you ain't that one. You don't know who is. Whoever it is, they ain't got your name. They don't look like you. They don't have your phone number, and they definitely don't got your address or date of birth. But whoever that one is, it ain't you. You're the one who's going to put the shit down. You're the one who is not afraid to get down. That's why you wear that crown. That's what they should have done. Was looked, read, studied first. What's the message? What is the message? Because see, they think, yeah, this person is upset. They are worried as a motherfucker now. They are upset. The minute that they realized that they had upset you and then tried to double down on their bullshit, since then, since you said whatever it was that the fuck you had to say, this is how this person has been. Not able to eat, not able to sleep. They sitting here thinking. And you know what? They know that they can't. There's nothing that they can do to get at you because you are too protected. You know how to defend yourself. Your third eye is open. You know when somebody's trying to do some fuck shit. You are well aware. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. They thinking about how this was all about money. This was all about money. See, now somebody's realizing that, you know what, had they been wise, they wouldn't have tried to take something that didn't belong to them. They wouldn't have tried to try and feel like you going to give it up whether you want to or not. Now they realizing them trying to come up after your little coins may have cost them a lot of coins. They're realizing this now. Now that they had that opportunity to sit down and think about how they possibly overreacted, how they should have just sat there and thought about whatever it was. They should have looked at the truth of the situation. They should have found the answer within. But because they didn't, now they are finding that they are without. This person is they're more upset than what you think. Yep. Because like I said, they realize that once things get out, people will walk away. And then that's going to affect their money. People will walk away from them saying, wait a minute, I don't want somebody like that to do me like that. I really don't. Especially whenever it comes down to business. Let business, especially if that's how you making all your money, let it remain in a professional stance. Yep, somebody's plan is not working out like they thought. They should have recognized and realized you was different. Yeah, this person discounted who you are. Too bad for them. Too bad for them. See, they've been doing this shit for a while, trying to trick people out of their money. They've been doing this shit for a while. You know, they didn't they didn't heed the warnings when Spirit was telling them to stop that dumb bullshit. They didn't heed the warnings. So now they got to pay the piper. What else, Spirit? What else? Thank you. You said what you said, and you meant it when you said it. You did not look like you was playing around. Not at all. Especially when it comes to your money. You ain't playing for shit about that. You gonna win that shit every time because you know what the fuck you doing. Somebody realized that, wait, one thing for certain, two things for sure, collective ain't playing. You said you gonna get yours. Yes, indeed. Anything else from this stack? We're gonna pull from the stack today too, y'all. We haven't pulled from the stack in a while. Anything else? Yeah. Now see somebody, they think that, you know, because this has happened before. I feel like this has happened before where somebody else was able to make peace, you know, that before that somebody they tried to get over on somebody. And then that person had said, okay, I'm going to do this, or blah, 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 blah. And now this person, you know, they went ahead and made peace and that whole situation blew over. They think it's going to happen like that again this time. I'm telling you, but this time, yeah, they want to come and bring the olive branch and you know, make nice on the whole situation. But I don't think it's going to turn out like that. I really don't. Because see, this person, you know, it's almost like they see you as somebody who's stable and secure, not like you really needed the money or whatever it was. Because it's not, sometimes it's not even about that, it's about the principle, you know, and they hoping that you open up your heart to them, you know, that you just like, okay, well, I understand, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think so. I don't think so, because like you recognizing how this person was coming to you, and they wasn't coming to you in no nice manner. So that's why you made that judgment call, and that's whenever everything started to turn out of their favor. Because you was like, no, I'm not doing all this. You see how you have the discernment of spirits to see which way somebody's actually trying to come to you. They're not really trying to apologize. They just want to apologize to have this be swept underneath the rug so they can get some other unsuspecting victim. But that's not you either. Because if you're going to tear it down, you're going to tear it down so somebody else don't get jacked. Hey, Melanie, how are you? Hey, Dr. M. Lots of folks in the chat are knowledgeable. Exactly. What's the message? What's the message? Because a lot of times people, they're not going to stop something. They're not going to stop hurting people until it comes back around to harm them, until they receive that judgment. That's whenever they decide it's time to end all the fuck shit, when they got to pay the piper, you know, when it affects them and their relationships. But yeah, like I said, somebody has known this truth to be coming around for a long time, but they knew that the truth was going to come out. Hey, Danny, how are you? They knew the truth was going to come out eventually. And here it is. Here it is. The truth is coming out. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Daughter of Knives. The truth is coming out. And Spirit is the one who's making it seen, making it known. Spirit is the one who's, when you come around, collective, and people try and take advantage of you, get over on you, do you wrong or whatever, it's because that's your purpose, is to set things right with this person. It's like when you come around, you are karma for them. Somebody didn't realize that you are karma for them. You're teaching somebody, something. You're teaching somebody something. About the whole giving and receiving, the whole taking what's more than yours. Because with these 7 of baskets, you just never know who you're dealing with. You don't know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with them. Yep. And see, this Queen of Cups is spoken some truth. Yep. Like I said, you're the one who's over everything. You're the one who got the real power with the Emperor and the 10 of Pentacles. You're the one that got the real power, not this other person. This other person was trying to do away with some fuck shit, but got stopped in their tracks. Because here's that Queen of Swords. Somebody who's not afraid to speak their truth. Not afraid to speak their truth. What's the message, Spirit? I feel like this is information that's going around. That's information that's going around. That could be, and people talking already. People talking already. And it could be that, this person is just now getting back on their feet. Because like I said, this is not the first time they've done that. This is like somebody that's just now getting back on their feet. And they was trying to give themselves, like a good reputation now. That's what they was trying on. But with this, and they was trying to make it seem like they was really offering something, which was like a really good deal. But not if you're trying to take from somebody. What else, Spirit? Right, exactly, Robert. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Yep. See, somebody thought they was getting ready to go somewhere. They ain't going nowhere. They thought that they had a point that they was going to be proven. They're not proving no points. They're not going nowhere. They ain't proving no points. They ain't doing nothing. They stuck right there. What's the master spirit? Because they felt like it was time. They would know. Now, like I said, they trying to, with the 6 of Knives in the tower, now they're trying to go to calmer waters before everything, explodes, before everything is torn the fuck down, before they are torn to fucking shreds. Because like I said, when you spoke your truth, when you said whatever it was that you had to say, that's when somebody knew, oh shit, you were serious. Yep. Because see, that, like I said, they, with the 9 of coins and the 2 of coins, they felt like, you were set financially, like they could take a coin or two from you. You would never know the difference. But sometimes it's not about what you take, it's about how you do it. Hey Terry, Bumblebee, how are you? It's about how you do it. If you need something, don't just try and take it from me. You need to ask. I'm either going to say, yes, here you go, or I'm going to say, I cannot do that. But it ain't for somebody to try and trick me out of something. That's when you get your ass handed to you on a fucking plate. Not even a clean plate. What's the message, spirit? They thought they were so slick. They thought that just because, and like I said, you may have, you may be driving around in what's considered, a really nice car. Maybe you drive in a Mercedes or something like that. And then, maybe your clothes are really cute and somebody like, I can take this. No, it's not for you to be looking in somebody else's purse thinking what you deserve to take. It's about you respecting who you are, respecting who that person is, and asking. Yep. With the 8 of Cups, the Chariot, and the 5 of Coins, see, somebody got in that. Somebody lost a very important client. They lost a very important client. Somebody who could really do some things for them. They fucked that up. They fucked it up. Where they was going to be on the come up, now they on the come down. They fucked it up. They fucked it up, and they know it. They know it. Cause see, you are looking like love right here with the Ace of Cups and the Sun. You looking like love. There's nothing stingy, selfish about you. Very generous. Very generous. But because this other person was sitting here thinking that they was going to take something, you took your generosity and you left. You gone. They lost a very important client. Or a person in their corner. Somebody that could have really did things for them. Yep. Now this person finds where they really stand. Now they realize they sacrificed themselves all because of them feeling some type of demonic energy, them wanting some type of control, them being greedy. Now they realize they really did it to themselves, all because of greed. Yes, indeed. But I'm telling you, somebody they want to try and, just like they did in the past. In the past, the same thing happened. They tried to heal the relationship, and it may have even worked in the past. I just heard somebody in the past was like, okay, we'll let bygones be bygones. But this time around, I don't feel like you taking it. You're not accepting it. No, you like, no, I'm good. This person feels like a fool because they didn't think about what they was doing before they even did it. They feel like a fool. They put themselves out there. Let's see. Let's get some from the stack. Let's see. We'll pull some of these. What's the message, spirit? What are the numbers? I see 56, 11, 84, 2, and 37. What are the numbers? Because we're getting ready to pull for the bracelet? 79. Okay, Shaylin, I see you. What are the numbers? What's the message, Spirit? $57. Okay, Lightworker William. 33. As usual, as your usual, K Hyphy. What's the message? 41. Okay, Danny. And 40. All right. Hey, Ms. Grand Marquis, how are you? Ooh, that was a lot. Yep. See, you tamed their demons. Something about you. I'm telling you, when you said whatever it was that you had to say. All right, more Ariel, I got you. When you said whatever it was that you had to say, that scared the shit out of somebody. That scared the shit out of somebody. Hey, 007 Maniacs, how are you? Yeah, something about somebody's daughter. And their guilt is eating them their ass up. Like I said, they know that they did this before. Something about their loyalty. Maybe this person doesn't have any ties to loyalty. All right, Jesky. This person felt a huge energy shift. And it's like in the near future. Something is happening in the near future. 3 days to 3 weeks. It was something that was hidden about them that's getting ready to come out. All blocks have been removed. And see, this dark curse is returned. This person was in that trickster energy, but not anymore. Now they realize that this is a new moon. They didn't know you was a fighter. That's what I'm talking about. They did not know you was a fighter. Sunday, somebody's going to get some good news. Yes, indeed. What's the message, Spirit? Okay, K Hyphy. Yep. See, this person didn't realize that they was outranked spiritually by several levels. And if this person thought they was playing with Orion, they better be careful. They should have treaded very lightly. Or maybe something about you is like Orion. They should have treaded very carefully. Thank you. Their illusions are definitely over. They see that you don't play. Yeah, this ain't their time. This divine timing. Okay? They may not have wanted this shit to happen right now, but it's happening. The truth is coming out about them. They're realizing that they should have never fucked around with you. They should have never tried to do you wrong. They should have never called you stupid or thought that you was silly, thought that you couldn't see, thought that you didn't know. They should have never. But they're about to find out the hard way. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Something about their heart chakra. I bet you it's ready to open up now. Somebody felt like they was in a dream. Or maybe they had a daydream. Maybe they had, like I said, something the way we had said somebody had a dream and they woke up thinking that was kind of weird, only to find out, oh shit, that was a premonition. Could be something about a holiday. Ooh, and they are big, big mad. I'm telling you something. They try to confer with their family. Their family was like, just give them what, just give it to them. Just give it to them. See, something about they had to do it alone in order to grow. And maybe this is somebody's going to have to go through a life lesson alone in order to grow. But you gave them strength whenever they was at their lowest. You could have helped this person out. And then for them to try and take something from you, that's not right. Somebody is a little nervous. They're scared that you remove the swords. That they didn't think that you knew that they put swords in your back. And now they're afraid that you remove them suckers. Yeah, I'm telling you, something about some lying family or friends. Now this person want to give you a sincere apology. I bet you they're going to think and look again. So we're going to give one more. I see 11:11 on the clock. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else? Thank you. Yep. Disillusionment TV. You see right through the fog. They didn't think that you, like, somebody think that they could have that, the little pea underneath the cup thing, and they doing all this, and you don't know which one the pea is under, and they're like, okay, which one? Guess. And you like, it's that one. And they're like, damn, how you know? Let's try it again. Let's do this and do this. You keep picking it out. Because you are spiritually tapped the fuck in. That's why. Yep, and you a free spirit. You're not one of those people that feel like I don't want to say anything because you like this. Oh no, no, we're not doing that. You was just trying to figure out how to handle it with dignity against this fucking bully. Now they feel isolated. And see, they didn't want to fight fair. That's okay. They don't make fair fights. They just didn't know that you was a spiritual gangster. That's okay. They did not anticipate an ass whooping like this. A spiritual ass whooping like that. When they got to talking all that shit, you was like, boy, bye. All right, let's get ready to swing the pendulum, and then we're going to grab the number. See who the lucky winner is today. All right, think of your question. Think of your question. All right. And let's see what the message is, what the answer is. It looks like it is a yes. Yep, the answer is definitely a yes, y'all. All right, so now let's see. All right, so I saw 56, 11, 84, 2, 37, 79. I have two 57s, but that's okay because I got more than one prize. A 33, a 41, a 40. I had two number 9s. Okay. So, all right. So I also have this black onyx bracelet. Let me see if I can. It's black onyx, and it's got a couple of other little beads in there. And then this one. It's pretty neat. But yeah, this is black onyx. Oh, and it's got these like little dice in here. Let me see. Yeah, like these two little dice. Here's one and here's another. Okay. All right. So, oh, and 23. Okay. All right. We got the number 24. We don't see a 24. We'll choose another one. We got, 100. Nobody guessed 100. And then the last one for the day, 18. Nobody guessed the 18? 24, 118. Okay. All right, y'all. So hopefully we'll get some winners tomorrow. I may be back later this afternoon. I'm not sure. I got to take care of some things. I'm off work today, but I got some work that I got to do. Shit. But it's a blessing. So I'm not going to cuss too loud, you know. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah. And if 23 was the number yesterday, I took it out of the box. So, it doesn't, we don't guess 23 again. Confirmation. I guess it made sense whenever I was thinking about that yesterday. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much. I do look forward to seeing y'all. If not later this evening, then tomorrow, okay? Yeah, it made sense yesterday whenever I did that. I had to remember why I even did that. But anyway, thank you. I love you all. Let me see. And thank you so very much, Hypsee, for that wonderful, beautiful donation. I appreciate everyone, okay? All right. I will see y'all a little later. Bye now.